Maybe I should have grabbed the microphone sooner, but the emotions took over, right? Welcome, everybody. It's a pleasure to have you here with us today on this most special occasion, the marriage of Julia Janess Hale to Mitchell Barry Prince. I'm Leah Coleman, and it is such a great honor to officiate this wedding. I've been friends with Julia since 2002 when we met at the University of Vermont, and I've been friends with Mitch since 2011, just days after they began their relationship. I'd like to start by thanking the Hale and Prince family for hosting us here today. Actually, this chuppah that we're standing underneath, Tom, John, father and son of the bride, father and son of the bride, excuse me, father and brother of the bride, we're out here this morning putting it together. Literally, this came as pieces, and they spent hours putting it up so the two of you could join in your union underneath it today. And for those of you who journeyed to be here with us today, thank you. I know some of us took trains, cars, planes. A lot of us took the Peter Pan bus line. Someone here got dropped off at exit 6. Don't know what that means, but I think they made it here, so we're glad you're here. And it's not without good reason that we're here for a wedding today on Cape Cod. It's a very special place. It's obviously so beautiful. Just look around you. But it's also where Julia's from, and most importantly, where Mitch proposed on Samson Island, not far from here, on July 4th, 2013. To begin our ceremony today, I would like to invite Dana Urich to read a passage. Dana?
Hello, everybody. I'm Dana, one of Mitch's childhood friends. Today I'm going to be reading The Oyster Bed, Gift from the Sea by Anne Morrow Lindbergh. Love does not consist of gazing at each other, but in looking outward together in the same direction. For in fact, man and woman are not only looking outward in the same direction, they are working outward. Here one forms ties, roots, a firm base. Here one makes oneself part of the community of men, of human society. And here the bonds of marriage are formed. For marriage, which is always spoken of as a bond, becomes actually in this stage many bonds, many strands of different texture and strength, making up a web that is taut and firm. The web is fashioned of love. Yes, many kinds of love. Romantic love at first, then a slow, growing devotion, and playing these through, a constantly rippling companionship. It is made of loyalties and interdependencies and shared experiences. It is woven of memories of meetings and conflicts, of triumphs and disappointments. It is a web of communication, a common language, and the acceptance of lack of language too, a knowledge of likes and dislikes, of habits and reactions, both physical and mental. It is a web of instincts and intuitions and known and unknown exchanges. The web of marriage is made by propinquity in the day-to-day living side by side, looking outward and working outward in the same direction. It is woven in space and in time of the substance of life itself.
Thank you, Dana. Little background. I remember very clearly the night of your first date. I was living with Julia in a tiny apartment in New York City, and she went out to meet Mitch middle of the week. She came home a little late, 4 a.m. I think that's kind of late. And she was glowing. And I had this weird feeling that we might be here today to see her get married to this man that she had met and had made such an impression upon her. And she told me that they had really just spent the whole night talking about their families, their passions in life, their hopes, their dreams, real things, things that are authentic. And when I met Mitch just days later, I could tell why she was so attracted to him. Aside from being very handsome, Mitch was calm, polite, and easy to be around. Right away, it was clear that Julia's incredible energy and Mitch's tranquility make them a perfect match. I've watched your relationship over the last 3 years, and I've seen the two of you become one another's best friend. You have always supported each other no matter what. When times have become difficult, you never, ever let it escalate. And I mean that. I've never seen the two of you in a moment where things are tough, let it go beyond just that, a tough moment, because your love is so strong. Together, you are so goofy, fun, and loving. You are always joking with each other, and it is such a joy to be with you. Most of us here know that Julia has a wonderful sense of fun and adventure. She and I lived together in New York for about 5 years, and I think every day you came home with a new Lonely Planet travel book. India, China, Nepal. She was going to see the world, and she needed a partner who would see it with her. And I know that Mitch loves this adventurous and outgoing side of Julia. Now, I'm not saying that he's packing up his bag for 30 days to go on fish tour. Okay, not that. But I have seen you shake a tail feather or two at a couple of concerts.
I can noodle dance a little bit.
And most importantly, as husband and wife, you'll be journeying to Patagonia in the winter of 2015. And I know it'll be such a spectacular trip. Mitch, you have brought great stability and peace to Julia's life. You are calm and a patient person. You take things step by step. You have an incredible sense of humor. You are always, always making Julia laugh. At this time, I'd like to invite Gail Sirkin to read a passage.
Hi guys, I'm Julia's honorary Jewish aunt, and I'm very honored that you asked me to say something today. Her mother and I have been friends all our lives, so I've seen Julia from the moment she arrived, and it is a heartfelt moment for everybody. We're gathered here today not just as observers, though, but as participants. We are the family, we are the support system that will be with this wonderful couple for the rest of their lives. It's our job to take this role actively. As I read this blessing, I'd like you to think of Julia and Mitch and hold them in your heart. Each person here, please silently send your blessing to Mitch and Julia. This is a reading from the Talmud. May it be your will, eternal God, that love, harmony, peace, and friendship may dwell among us. Help us to look forward with confidence and hope. Guide us in the world with good companions, good intentions. When we rise up in the morning, may we find our hearts ready to revere you. And may our deepest longings be fulfilled for our good and others. And make paradise our destination. Eternal God, grant us long life, a life of peace, a life of good, a life of blessing, a life of prosperity, a life of health, a life lived without shame, a life rich and honorable, and a life in which our heart's desires are fulfilled. May we find the world in our lifetime, our completion in the world to come, and our hopes realized in those who follow us. May our hearts meditate in understanding, and our mouths speak wisdom, our tongues sing songs of jubilation. May our eyes look straight before us, afire with the light of the Torah, our faces shining with a heavenly light. May our lips utter knowledge, and may we rejoice.
I wanted to make sure that I share one thing that I think is truly special and unique about your love. And actually, it's my favorite part of this entire love story, and it's the proposal. And actually, when Mitch did it. I love that he proposed to Julia at this exact time because it was before they were about to confront some major obstacles in their lives. And I think a lot of couples, they wait until they've climbed that mountain, they've overcome those hurdles, and they're rooted and they feel secure. And then they decide that they should get married because they've proven that they can do it, and so they should live together forever. But not Mitch and not Julia. Mitch wanted Julia as his wife, his beautiful bride, irregardless of what may come, because he knew that with her by his side, he would be stronger and better, and that the two of them would take such great care, and they could do anything. Before even getting married, Julia and Mitch have proven their love and devotion for one another. They have faced many obstacles. You two have faced some of the obstacles, obstacles that I seriously think would have imploded other relationships. I mean it. But they have brought the two of you together, and I have seen each of you support one another in a way that is truly unique and just so special. You moved from New York City, where you had a life, friends, a rhythm, to Boston, where the future was very uncertain for you both. And as any New Yorker can tell you, leaving ain't easy. So this move, these uncertainties could have ruined you, but no, not Julia and Mitch. It has made your love indestructible. I think everyone in this room would agree with me that the two of you are the bestest of friends, and that your combined presence anywhere, always, makes that occasion a better one. You are both so incredibly generous and kind, silly and entertaining, trustworthy and bestest of friends. And page 9 seems to be missing. That's okay, I have this memorized. The bride and the groom would now like to say something to one another.
As soon as you got out of the cab at Malatesta on Washington Street in the West Village, I secretly fist pumped and hoped you could be the one. When I got home the night of our first date, I really hoped you'd be the one. Almost 3.5 years later, here we are in front of all our friends and family, about to be united forever. After numerous Williamsburg and Boston apartments, we made it. My love for you grows stronger by the second. You're the most gorgeous, beautiful, incredible person inside and out. You're thoughtful, you're kind, and you're loving. All traits I always dreamt the one for me would have. When we're apart, I feel incomplete. When we're together, nothing else matters. You bring the best out of me and truly make me a better person. I always wondered what it would be like to fall in love and honestly question whether or not it would ever happen to me. Match.com. It really works. It does. I love our bike rides, watching Stabler and Benson on SVU, eating your home-cooked meals, Blue Apron, gushing over Bluey, and spending time on the Cape in Katuitt. I can be happy anywhere in the world as long as I'm with you. I can't imagine living my life without you, and I can't wait to put this ring on your finger and officially call you my wife. I love you with all my heart, Julia. Till death do us part, it's going to be an amazing ride. Let's do this.
Mitch. My life changed in more ways than I could ever count the day I met you. We've continued to grow within and among one another since that time, and I cannot thank you enough for playing such an influential role in the woman I have become today. Mitch, you are my best friend, and I promise to love you unconditionally and without hesitation, regardless of what life throws at us. I vow to encourage you and believe in you, even if the rest of life's doors appear to close on us. I vow to trust and respect your ideas and thoughts, even though I know I'm always right. As a family, I vow to create a home for the two of us, filled with love, laughter, and learning, and lots of compassion. I promise to work with you to foster and cherish a relationship of equality, knowing that together we will build a life far better than either of us could have done alone. Today, I choose you to be my lifelong lover, my companion, my best friend. I accept you as you are today and offer myself in return. I will care for you, stand by you, and share with you all of life's adversities and all of its joys from this day forward, in all of the days of my life. Mitch, I look forward to a life filled with our laughter, bikes rides to Woods Hole, yummy veggie meals from Blue Apron, lots of oysters, adventures and travel, music, and most of all, the love I know we will continue to cultivate.
I would now ask that you take hands as I read a passage by Pablo Neruda. I love you without knowing how, or when, or from where. I love you simply, without problems or pride. I love you in this way because I do not know any other way of loving but this, in which there is no I or you, so intimate that your hand upon my chest is my hand. So intimate that when I fall asleep at night, your eyes, they too close. It is now my absolute pleasure to unite you, Julia and Mitch, as husband and wife.
Mazel tov.